My name is Wilfred Johnson. I'm the owner and founder of FYPM Staffing, or Finding Your Personnel Management. I've been in staffing for over 13 years. I've been seeing some of the same mistakes over and over. So I decided to start a program where I could work with high school students and college students to go ahead and show them the things that they shouldn't do in the future. And um, I also help people that are in the job market try to get to the next level, resume writing, things of that nature, interview tips. But I also do some business consulting on some of the things we're going to talk about today.
Good. Thank you so much. Like, this is the third time I'm seeing your face, having this conversation with you, and every time I enjoy sharing how we can help both job seekers and business owners build the confidence they need to thrive in their business. So, since we had this conversation before, I am very sure we'll just play around what we talked about before and then still add more value to what we shared before. So we asked, what are one of the hindrances that business owners or entrepreneurs face in the course of having lack of confidence? What are some of the challenges they face because they don't have confidence?
So the biggest challenge they're going to face, if you don't have confidence, you're not going to be able to talk about your product or your service. You have to be able to walk up to complete strangers and say, this is my name and this is what I do and this is why you need this. I read something the other day that said people don't buy from businesses, they buy from people they like, unless it's like a multinational corporation. So they see you, they like you, they believe in you, so they'll try your product. The other thing is, if you don't have confidence, you're not going to be able to run your business, be able to talk to your employees, let them know what they need, and things of that nature. So you have to have confidence all the way around.
It's exactly, we have to have know, like, and trust. People don't buy your products, they buy you. People don't buy the solutions, they buy you, because the Coca-Cola is there, Sprite is there, several other beverage drinks are there, but you buy the one you like. So mostly as a business, if we don't know you, we don't like you, sorry, we're not going to give you our money. And as a business owner who is not confident enough to share the solutions that they offer, how on God's earth do you want us to trust you with our money if you don't trust your solutions enough to put yourself out there and be the face of your solution? None of my money, maybe Will give you his money, but none of my money is going to you. So, Will, can you help us also shed more light? I've seen many businesses struggle because their leaders or the business owners don't have the confidence to manage their staff. This lack of confidence shows in how they run their organizations. Can you help us shed light on that?
Oh, definitely. So a couple things that happen is, the first thing, I don't believe people train their employees properly. So number one, if you know your product, you can speak to your product outside. You should definitely be able to speak to your product or your service inside. This is what we do. This is how we're going to sell it. This is your position in this organization. You say it, you don't have to be mean about it, but you have to be stern. You train them, you give them extremely good training, and then you verify everything they do. That is one thing leaders do not let people, after they train them, like flourish and grow on their own and see what they can grow into. But the opposite is micromanaging. Somebody who never lets you figure out your way. No, you do this. 5 minutes later, no, you do this. And that can crush somebody's spirit who is working for you, who now no longer even wants to be there, because they think they know their job. They probably know their job, but you're not allowing them to do their job. And that shows a lack of confidence, because you're not confident in the training that you gave your employees. The last point, I believe a lot of people, and I've been in this, a lot of people are quick to tell you what you've done wrong, but do not want to talk about or enjoy your wins. If all you hear is you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, you've done this wrong, you've done this wrong, and you never hear your wins and they don't acknowledge them, you're going to lose employees that way. And that comes from also a lack of confidence.
Thank you very much. Please, if you have questions, if you have suggestions, kindly hit the chat box and let us know your questions. We'll do very well to answer them. Questions for business owners. We had another session before this, which was building confidence for job seekers. So if you have questions around that, please say it in the comment section and we will answer you. So you have comments, questions, please let us know and we will answer them. So Will, we've seen lack of confidence play in, one, how businesses recruit, two, how they run their business, how they micromanage their business. Three, we have also seen lack of confidence show in how some business owners put the vision of their business. So you see some business owners don't have confidence in themselves and they show it in their business. So they see their competitor doing this today, they twitch. They see their competitor doing something tomorrow, they twitch. They are not balanced because they are not grounded in their own authentic self or in their own authentic vision that they have. So help us, speak to us on that.
So I think we spoke about it a little bit earlier. If you don't have confidence in what you're doing, you might sway with the wind. You might not be able to figure it out. But the other thing is you have no idea how long that business that's not working had to build up and ramp up to get where they're at. You can't just look and say, oh, it's working over there. You don't have their secret sauce. You don't know what they've done. You don't know how many times they failed to get to the point they are now. So you don't just want to see somebody else and say, hey, I'm going to do that too. And then you look at somebody else over there. Oh, I'm going to try that. You never gave yourself a chance to grow. You never marketed yourself to what you're doing. Because let's be clear, if I see a company and they're doing something just like company A does just like what company B is, but I've seen company A for like 5 or 10 years, I'm going to go with the original. I'm not going to go with the copycat. And that's how most people are, because company A took the time, grew their fan base, so to speak, grew their customer base, and now they're seeing the results. You can't just copycat what somebody else does and expect to see the same results. It just doesn't work that way.
I saw something on someone's Instagram page. He said, what you see on our page are the mistakes that we make. So see them putting their mistakes out on social media to teach their customers or their followers or their clients the mistakes that they made in becoming who they are. So now somebody who is copying them will start to copy the mistakes. Imagine the disaster that this company or this business owner is going to, because they are not showing you the successes. There's the mistakes they are showing you. Oh, we tried it like this and it didn't work. And so some business are mistakes that they tried and then they landed on the mistake, and the mistake happened to be solving a solution, and then they continue with that. So you that don't know the journey that this business has gone through, you just copy one phrase of it. I imagine how disastrous it's going to be. Will, the lot of questions that get thrown at me recently is, how do businesses cope in post-COVID era? Like after the whole COVID thing, a lot of everything has changed. If I say a lot, I'm being modest. Everything has changed. How do businesses who struggled last year pick themselves up? How do business owners now, let's talk to the business owners, how do they build the confidence enough to pick themselves up and march forward with whatever it is they're doing?
Okay, so when COVID hit a little bit over a year ago, I'm going to give my personal story first. So I had some contracts signed to work with some high schools and 2 colleges. But when COVID hit, literally their budgets were cut to the bone. They were actually firing people in their department. So we had the tough decision, and we just decided to push things back, keep working together, keep in contact, keep working on my services, and we'll start first semester of next year. And we've been revisiting things this whole second semester, seeing how everything works. So what I would say is, don't lose confidence in your product. It's not your product. The world has just changed. You also want to look for digital options, if at all, for getting your product, project, or your services out. Before, where you might send emails, because people get a million emails a day, I know I do. Or you could just walk into businesses. Those businesses aren't accepting walk-ins at times. I know schools, you cannot get into a school before calling. Things of that
Mm-hmm.
nature, which I could walk into before. If you send an email, send a lot more detail. I send shorts, some of the things I post on YouTube, some of the things I post on IG. I put those links in the email so they can actually see what I'm doing. So you can't
Hmm.
kind of show them what you're doing now. You have to be a lot more strategic. Now, also, you're going to make some mistakes because, of course, I did also. Learn from them,
Yeah.
figure out how to pivot, and try another idea. You can't
Hmm.
just say, this is what I'm doing. I've done this for 20 years. I've done this for 10 years. I know it's going to work. The world has completely changed. People are much more at home. The world is much more digital. Look into those things, research things, and see how they can help your business. That is what I would say.
Thank you. Thank you. I have my own examples. One of the organization I run happens to mentor kids in secondary schools and in nursery schools and women too. So during the lockdown last year, we couldn't have access to schools. And we signed some million naira contracts with an agency to work with school children. So now children were at home. We couldn't work. They couldn't release the money because their budget too was slashed. Anything that wasn't COVID related was pushed back. So we had to pivot. We had to look for ways that we could reach these students and these women. So we went online. It was difficult at first because some of these girls don't even have access to phone, not to talk of internet. But we're able to find a way to buy credits for them, buy data for them, and then we're able to do the kind of work that we may not have been able to do if we went to them physically. So business owners, I like the part that you said, Will. It is not your business that is failing, it's just the society and everything that is changing. So there's no problem if you pivot. Your business is not cast in stone, unless if it is, we don't know. So if the business is something that is going to evolve, if your business doesn't evolve, we can ask the dinosaurs what happened to them when they didn't evolve, they got extinguished. So maybe your business will fall in that train. So I wouldn't want to keep you too long. Just share two more points or two more importance of having confidence for a business owner before we wrap up.
Always remember, I just recently watched, I cannot remember the name of the movie, but the movie was about McDonald's. And the people who own McDonald's was actually the McDonald's family.
Okay.
And they didn't go out, they didn't promote their company, and a guy came in and took it from them. And he knew how to promote, he knew how to do all these things. The movie's interesting, but I always thought, like, if you're not working for your dream, you're working for somebody else's.
Exactly.
If you're not out promoting your business, if you don't have business cards, if you're too afraid to talk to people, you're literally somebody's going to see your idea and say, oh, that's a really good idea. And they're going to take it from
Beautiful.
you. And they're going to talk about it. They're going to promote it. They're going to market it. And you're going to look at what your business could have done if you had more confidence. Now, keep in mind, everybody's not an extrovert. I completely understand that. But if this is your dream, if this is what you want,
Yeah.
you have to figure out how to get past that part. And people are different at home than they are at work. Everybody is different. And this is now your job. Your job is to make sure that your company thrives. So that is what I would definitely tell people. If you're not promoting your business, somebody else could start promoting your business for you.
Thank you so much, Will. Someone said, if you're not bold enough to sell your business, if you're not bold enough to sell your solutions, why should we be bold enough to give you our money? Building confidence doesn't only change your life, it affects your business, it affects the increase in income, it affects your relationship, it affects the way you make decisions. So when we talk to people about improving your confidence, it's not because we just want you to be confident. If you're confident in what areas will this improve your life, it will show in increase in income, increase in sales, increase in customer relationship. Some business owners are struggling with emotional intelligence. So I told you I had a very crazy day at work today. I went somewhere and then we went to their business place, got really angry about something and then was angry, charging, calling the security, making trouble for somebody else who came to their business. Imagine if this person wanted to invest in their business. They have lost a customer for a very long time. They may not be able to win this person. So many times, business owners, we have to be emotionally intelligent. We should be able to hold our emotions together, because the energy we bring to our workplace determines how the business runs. If you are running a big business that even if you're not there, it doesn't influence or impact what your staff does, that's good. But if you're still running a business wherein you're a major factor, building your confidence, having been emotionally intelligent will do you a lot of good. Thank you everyone that joined us today. Chakra, Jeremiah, Lovejoy, TJ, Simply Complicated, Global Placement. Please, if you have questions, Creamy Arch, James, kindly ask us your questions, and Will or I will do the best to answer the questions. Will, thank you very much for shedding light on this. Do you have anything more to share before we wrap it up? Because if you allow me, I'll keep talking and talking.
Okay, I have a couple of things coming up that I want people to look out for. I'm a part of 2 new podcasts. One is called Secrets HR Doesn't Want You to Know, and you just shouted out Global Placement Services. We just shot the last one last week, and I believe she's going to be the first and the third Thursday of every month. And I'm going to be the second and the fourth, and mine is going to be called Why You're Not Making the Type of Money That You Deserve to Make. And we're going to take questions. I've been giving a lot of questions through Instagram and YouTube, and we're going to start answering those questions live, and we're going to bring people on. And there's going to be a time that I'm going to invite you on also. I'm just giving you the heads up. But we do that. We're going to do that every Thursday. Starting. Right now they're being taped, but they go live the beginning of next month.
Okay.
So really excited about that. And then just follow me, FYPM_staffing on all social media, if you want to get any other questions answered for you.
Thank you very much. Please, if you have more questions around recruitment, hiring the best kind of staff, what to look out for, how to manage your business, kindly reach out to Will. He'll be able to answer all your questions. And for those of us who just joined us for the first time, welcome to School of Confidence. I remain Princess Doe. Have a beautiful day. Thank you, Will, so much for joining. I promise not to misplace this video.